welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this Playful purple eye. I just wanted to do something fun and something that I don't usually do. I love how this turned out. I think it's so pretty. My thing was that I wanted to use purples and then periwinkle in the inner corner, and I've never done that before, but I really love how it turned out, and I used a lot of new products in this tutorial as well. So if you'd like to see how I got this full look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So today I'm starting out with my foundation, and I am starting with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I love this foundation, you guys know that. It just gives me such flawless coverage and it stays put all day long. So I just dotted that all over the face. Then I'm also blending that out with my Real Techniques damp sponge per usual. To prime the lids, I'm using this Lemonade primer from Benefit, and this was the first time that I used it. It's a really nice yellow-based primer, so I'm just applying that all over the lid, and then I'm also going to set that with some Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, but you'll see I'm not setting the actual eyelid. I'm just going from the crease up. This is going to really help to blend all the matte shadows that we're going to use, and I don't like setting the lid whenever we're using a shimmery shade, so just apply that from the crease up. For the shadows today, I am using the new Flawless shadows from Morphe, and the first shade is Candy Bloom. It's just a nice, really light mauve shade. I'm using a big fluffy brush and just taking this all the way from outer corner to inner corner, doing windshield wiper motions as well as small circular motions. To really start building some definition, I'm taking the shade Private Agent on a very small blending brush, and I am starting in the very outer corner and taking that all the way to the inner corner as well. This color is going to give us more definition, and I wanted to keep this color more rounded. So start on the very outer corner, but bring it all the way in. You want it to be just as intense on the inner corner as it is on the outer. Now I'm just blending out those edges, making sure that everything is nice and smooth, and then I'm going in with this beautiful dark eggplant shade called Couture. And with this shade, I'm using that same brush that we used last time, but I am keeping this more on the outer corner of the eye. So I'm really pressing most of the pigment on that outer third of the eye, and then I'm just taking whatever is left on my brush and sweeping that into the crease. For the lids, I'm using this shimmery purple shade called Marry Her, and I'm applying that all over the lid, and I did a layer first with the brush dry, and then I decided to spritz my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus and do a second layer, and it just intensified it and made it even more metallic. And these Morphe shadows are already so pigmented. I just love them, and I think this shade is so beautiful for spring. Now I am tightlining my eyes with my favorite new eyeliners. This is the Full Spectrum eyeliner from MakeupGeek in the shade Obsidian. It's just a very pitch black eyeliner. And then I decided that I wanted a little bit more sparkle on the lid. So I'm taking Glitterati from Colourpop and just layering that right over the color that we have on our lids. And you can see it just makes it have such a beautiful sheen. I love layering this eyeshadow over anything. Now I'm applying some wing liner, and I did try to keep my line pretty thin along my lids so that you could see that beautiful purple eyeshadow, and then I just kind of kept it a little bit thicker on the outer corner where we have our wing. And now that I've done my eyeliner for probably a good 10 minutes, I am prepping my lashes with a little bit of mascara. And then I did apply the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes, and I am on to the face. And I am starting out with my Becca Undereye Corrector. You guys know I love this. I stand by this. If you have dark circles, just give it a shot because this is hands down the best one that I have tried. And over that, I am layering my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I use the shade Vanilla. This is only about one shade lighter than my actual skin tone, so it's nothing too crazy as far as highlighting. So I'm applying that underneath my eyes, also on my chin, down the center of my nose, and then the center of my forehead. All the places that you guys see me highlight basically every single video. And of course, blending all of that out with my Real Technique stamp sponge. Again, I love this thing so much, obviously. So after that, I am going to set my under eyes with a little bit of the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm not baking or anything like that, but I do dip my sponge into the actual powder and apply it that way. I feel like it just looks so much more flawless this way rather than using a brush. To finish up the eyes, I'm taking another one of the full spectrum eyeliners from MakeupGeek. This one's in the shade Orchid. It's a really beautiful purple, and I line my lower waterline with that, as well as applying a little bit to my lower lash line. And then I'm going to be buffing that out with the shade I Heart You in a small pencil brush, just making sure that everything looks really soft. So I go all the way from outer corner and make sure that's connected to my wing, and then bring it all the way to the inner corner. Now just load up your lower lashes with some mascara, and then I'm taking the shade Daydreamer from MakeupGeek. This is such a beautiful periwinkle color. This was perfect for this look, so I'm applying that to the inner corners, and I did spritz my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. And then I'm going to be highlighting my brow bone, and I'm going back to those Flawless shadows from Morphe, and I'm picking up the shade Glam Life. This is a really beautiful brow bone highlight, so I'm just applying that right underneath the arch of my brow and then blending that down towards my wing. For the face, I'm going in and bronzing up my skin and warming it up with this Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Bronzer. This is just a sample and it's lasted me such a long time, but it's getting to where I need to purchase a full size, and I definitely will. This is such a beautiful bronzer for warming up the complexion. And I'm using my Morphe M527 brush and just bronzing up my skin, making sure that I also bronze my neck. And then I'm going to be contouring with Fawn from my Anastasia Contour Kit and my contour brush from Real Techniques. I just love both of these products. I feel like I always go back to them for contouring, and I am applying that in the hollows of my cheeks, also around my temples, the sides of my chin, and then contouring my nose. For my cheeks, I'm using an oldie but a goodie. It's Max Melba, and I just love this. I know that it will go with any look, so I'm just applying that to the apples of my cheeks and blending that back. And then for my highlight, I'm using a new one, and it is from Laura Geller. This is in the shade Charming Pink. It is stunning. I'm applying that to the highest points of my cheeks, and you can see here just how impressed I am with it. It just makes you look so glowy, and it's beautiful, especially for spring. So I'm applying that to the highest points of my cheeks, on my chin, the end of my nose, and then I just take whatever is left on my brush and I apply it to the Cupid's bow and also along the tops of my brows. So to finish off the look, I am lining my lips with this natural lip liner from Rimmel. This is basically the same shade as my lips, and then I wanted to use a really pretty pinky nude, so I'm using a new one. This is from Lime Crime. This is one of their Velveteens in the shade Bleached. This is such a stunning pinky nude. It is perfect, and I love the formula. So once you get that on, your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!